Yo, good morning, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, everybody, happy Friday, good to see you, good to be in the house one more time. Woo. Let me tell y'all something. It is good to be a homeowner, but I promise you, man, you literally got to do everything. Oh man, you got to do everything. But I guess that's the beauty of it, right? It's yours. You can do what you want. But been a lot of late nights and early mornings around this part. But that's what we do. That's what, yeah, y'all heard in my voice, right? Oh man. You know, my oldest son, he's pretty savvy. He understands the order of things, and he understands that you have to put something in before you can get something out. He understands that you have to work really hard, be disciplined, dedicated, but also have dreams. He gets all of that. But that's what we do. Now, my youngest son, slightly different. He's of the mindset of, it ain't that hard. Pop, I got this. I'm going to figure it out. And so I tell him, hey, bro, you just like me in a lot of ways. Matter of fact, this guy literally, he could almost be my clone. When it comes down to it, as far as how we act, how we see the world, he's rebellious, just as rebellious as me, just as stubborn as me. And so what I tell him is, I said, because I didn't listen, because I had to go and experience everything I had to take the hard path. I said, so now I have to really, what I call blunt force trauma, everything. Because I will not be stopped. You will not deny me. I will get everything that I set out to get. However, there are some smarter ways to go about it. So shout out to all the hard-headed people in the building today. Shout out to all of us. The world needs us. We're special. So what's going on with y'all, man? Shout out. Gerardo Riggins said, enjoy the reward of your hard work and dedication. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. We're doing all kinds of things, man. A lot of plans. And I'm thinking the after the closing cost price tag is higher than the closing price tag. At least in this situation. Ain't that right, boo? Ain't that right? Well, hey. The hard path definitely makes you strong. The only problem with that, Mo, is sometimes what you had to go through, what you needed to help you survive and to get past all the challenges and the hurdles and of your own doing most times, it also gets in the way of progress. And we're gonna talk about that at the end of the day today. I don't want to jump ahead too much. But we're going to talk about that around the end of the day. You see, there is no one great way to live life. You know, life is not the same for everybody. We all have, different perspectives and views. Y'all grew up in the same house. A lot of y'all grew up in the same household. And y'all see things in similar ways, but y'all think totally different. Y'all process things different. And that's what make y'all special. If y'all were carbon copies of one another, then, what's the point? So today, I said yesterday that we were going to do a little bit of a year in review, kind of a recap, if you will, because there's been a lot of content. Going 5 days a week produces a lot of content, and you don't always know what's reaching, what's hitting, what's successful, what needs some work. And the difference between live streaming is that it is live. You don't have, you're not scripting anything. You're not sitting around correcting anything. How it comes up and how it goes out. And that's the challenging part of live streaming, which is why so few people are actually good at it, or so few people will attempt to do it, because there's a high risk, high reward kind of environment. So Monique said, we are all completely different. But yeah, so man, I lost my train of thought that quick. I started thinking when you said that we are completely different, I started thinking about my siblings and how similar we are in certain things, but how we see the world, it's a little different. How we see the world is a little different. So yeah, recap it on this live stream. And then when you just creating videos, you get to sit down and you get to write out, script out what you want it to look like. You get to put in your call to actions, your points. I mean, you get everything structured in that in those videos that you just create for content. But on a live stream, you got to be, you know what they say, Johnny on the spot. I'm working on it, cuz I'm working on it. You got to be Johnny on the spot with everything, you know, whether you want to have some extra add in, some prompts, like I got my hand slapped for doing too much more, and right. So questions for you guys, man. What was we talked about a lot. Matter of fact, let me go through some of the stuff we talked about. But I'm going to ask you this question first. Be thinking about it. What was one of your favorite shows? You know, what was one of the more memorable shows and why? And because I was looking through, I have this little notebook. I bought this notebook for a different purpose. But when I started doing the show, I got in on page, man, it's probably maybe page 5. And from day 1 all the way up now, I've filled up this pretty much whole book with just notes and show ideas and show thoughts as we were going. Sometimes I write while we're in live stream. And I was going through just kind of looking at some of the stuff that we talked about. And when we got into the personal development space, first talking about success, what does success looks like? Why do people miss the success that they want? We talked about that oh man, I just ran across the story time. Yes, the chick with the 5 girls. Man, we've covered a lot. We've covered a lot, and I got some headlines that I never even use. Some headlines that I never even used because they might have been a little too much. I had one show I was gonna call the morning after pill. Glad I didn't go with that one. Oh man, self-imposed limits, finding purpose. And I know we've been on the communications journey and the personal relationships for a little bit over a month now. D-Rob said one of his favorite shows was the hip hop trivia show. And yesterday's show. Okay. Yesterday's show took my day from low to high so fast. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Talk about that peace. Monique says the Cosby Show in a different world. I think, what would be my favorite show? My favorite show will be probably the Matrix joint I did when it was talking about how, yeah, our favorite show here, Monique. Y'all was just like, Cosby Show different world. I don't think I showed any of those clips, but maybe I did. I don't know. We do a lot of content. But Monique says she old school. Her favorite shows is the Cosby Show in a different world. I know my parents love me. Stand behind me, come what may. Monique says, I like all the shows here because I've learned a lot. Cool. Real celebrity marriages, the real black love. Oh yeah, talking about, I know one we did with Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance. Okay, so the case studies that we do, those are a hit. Okay, cool. The shows that just D-Rob said the piece, the yesterday show, but also the rap trivia. Yeah, I looked at it too, D-Rob. I was just like, the Cosby Show, different world. I don't remember talking about those, but maybe I did. Maybe I did. But we also talked about like self-imposed limitations, just a lot of stuff, man. But my favorite shows would have been The Matrix, the whole series I did on The Matrix, because that was the Matrix has always been my favorite movie, primarily because I always felt like something was off. I always felt like I I didn't have to do things a certain way. I felt like if everybody is doing a thing and that thing is not getting anybody to the result that they actually want, why keep doing that thing? Because I'll be honest with you, growing up, I would see the families around me and I could see the ones that were happy, the ones that were not happy. I saw the deacons, one deacon in particular, when I was a little kid, leaving church, going home, and then circling the block later, visiting one of the sisters' houses, going to bring some oil and anoint her, going to lay some hands. I've seen all of it. So it's like I've never been a big part of the do say one thing, do another crowd. Because why? I don't feel that nobody is important enough to lie to. Who are you that I need to lie to you? I can't lie to God. He sees everything that I do. And if I can't lie to him, why am I going to lie to you? I'm going to drop a bomb for that one. Who are you that is so important that I got to lie to you when the one that matters most see everything that I got going on? That your Gil says confidence builders, laws of success, and case studies. Confidence builders, laws of success, and case studies. Yeah, I am definitely the laws of success because I've seen so many people just throughout my life become successful. Miss Parker, that's it. Gonna lay some hands. I've seen so many people doing the wrong stuff being successful. I've seen so many people with not a lot of skill, not a lot of talent, but they find their niche, they find their groove, and they become somewhat successful or even successful by some definitions. Success is different from person to person. Our version of success may be different from the next person. And so those shows always, which is why that movie was always my favorite, because it always gave me hope that there was something that I was missing. I just had to find it. And I went looking. And in my search, in my journey, I discovered this whole other world of thinking, at least different than what I was raised in. So the whole Matrix series, the whole laws of success, the whole personal development, self-imposed limitations. Monique says, I do love the fact that you talk about your trauma without being ashamed. We all have gone through and people keep it to themselves. You speak from a healed and healthy place. You are a product of. Yep, that's it. Then she also says, you can make it if you want to. Your trauma isn't your last place of hope. Exactly. I mean, people are very imperfect, and we make a lot of mistakes, like on the daily. I can't think of any day that I've gone through and I didn't make it through that day without making a single mistake. But what I've learned to do is not punish myself for it, not hold myself at so high of a standard that is impossible to even come close to, because I used to do that. And it wouldn't be right if we didn't, because this is gonna be the last show for at least a week, because we're doing the family thing, we're doing the travel thing. So I might tap in here or there, but I can't promise that we're gonna have a live show at 7 a.m. More than likely we will not, because your boy need a little sleep. Boy, need a little rest. I got too many irons in the fire. But this is one of my more favorite irons, though. So I will admit that I love hanging out with you guys. So we're gonna definitely be a little more active in the Facebook space, in the group face space. So it wouldn't be right to end this year without talking about why some of us have some of the challenges that we have, and kind of piggybacking off yesterday's show just a little bit, where we understanding why people do what they do has always been a fascination of mine. So I'm one of those people, I watch people. You know, I'm at the park, I'm at a restaurant, and I might have my AirPods in, but sometimes it's nothing going. And I'm just scanning the room, and I'm looking at faces, I'm looking at body language, and I watch people. Because people fascinate. I think people are the most fascinating thing on the planet, because real life is stranger than fiction most days. Why people do what they do is a puzzle to me. And most people will honestly say, I have no idea why I did it. It popped in my head, so I did it. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit today. And for those of you who or been around the psychological space, you've heard of attachment styles. And attachment styles, it's pretty new. I mean, it wasn't created or really even put together, in a comprehensive piece until the 1950s. But the attachment styles, it's basically, let me know what, instead of trying to talk it out, let me actually read real quick what attachment styles are. Just to okay, here we go. Attachment styles. Okay, so it's a theory that outlines how your bond with your primary caregiver sets the foundation for how you navigate relationships through life. Okay, yeah. So it's the science of, or the study of, how as a child, your relationship with your primary caregivers, whether it was your mother, grandmother, father, whoever, that whatever that relationship looked like is really based what you will base your current relationships on. Hey, that's why we cousins, man. Because people are unpredictable. People are beautiful. People are scary. We are the most entertaining thing on this planet. Monique says, I've been studying social behavior. Yes, fascinating. It's fascinating. But honestly, once you start understanding that, think about it. As people, everything that we set our hearts to, we accomplish. For thousands of years, the only way to get from point A to point B was either to walk, ride a mule, ride a horse. And then somebody said, you know what? I can't get my whole family on this horse, so we need to have some kind of thing that the horse can pull that the other people can get in. Oh, let's call it a carriage. I've been trying to teach your nephew to scan the room. You better, when you walk in a place, you better know the exits. You better know how many exit doors you got. I never sit with my back to any door because I need to see what's coming. And I trust the person I'm with to scan what I'm not seeing. If I don't trust you, we can't go out. So yeah, the attachment theory talks about how your relationship with your parents, your first caregivers, how it informs all of the things going forward. And so we're not going to get into it super heavy today, but I do want to tease it a little bit because we're going to spend some time there. Because this is the reason why we go into a relationship with people. This is the reason why we go into a relationship with people. And if it wasn't for this one thing, they will be the ideal person. They will be the ideal candidate that we are looking for. But it's just something in there. And let me tell you what the four are. Um, the secure attachment style. That kind of sounds self-explanatory, but there's a lot to it. The avoidant, the anxious, and the dismissive or the disorganized, right? Or fearful avoidant. So you go into relationships and you have these people and they're super confident. Colombiana movie, yeah, that was a good movie, right? Oh, we actually might do some case studies on these personality on this attachment styles, because once you understand the styles and then you watch a person talk, you watch a character they play, identifying what attachment style they have, it really is fun, because now it informs you how that character. It's like character development for movies, or it's like what a therapist would do once you go into their offices. This is why they want to get all the background information. This is why they want to know about your mom and your dad and the relationship y'all had, so they can kind of see what's your attachment style. Are you secure? Are you anxious? Do you always feel like you need to be adding on the extra love and attention? Are you seeking a lot of validation, or are you just plain and just so dependent? He said, "Wait, David Ruffin." It's the four attachment styles. They are I find a lot of joy in understanding them, for sure. And I think once I understood my attachment style, it was very easy to understand why I was making some of the decisions that I was making. It was very easy to start to dissect myself and say, you know what, I need to stop doing that. And then I could hear other people either saying it visually, verbally, or, through their body language. This is what they were reacting to. When he said, stop doing this, or you didn't do this enough, or when she said, you didn't do this, or stop doing that, dang, this is what they were talking about. And this is just for me. So we're going to dive into it in January, these attachment styles. But matter of fact, let me see if I can not get my hand slapped today. Matter of fact, let's do it here. While I'm searching, let's keep a little ambiance going up in this piece. Because I want to tease it, but because it's good. And a lot of people don't even know this psychology even exists. Oh, trust me, when we get done with this, you're going to know exactly what attachment style he is. You'll know exactly. Got one. All right, hope I don't get my hands slapped. Y'all know when y'all be doing some of these clips sometime, man, they have like little music in there. They have little music in there that ain't YouTube clips. So I might get my hands slapped, but it's a short, so hopefully it won't ding me too fast. And it's gonna be probably the only one that I do today, so we'll take a chance. But I think this video right here, it should be a good one. Boom, pull you down. All right.
Baby, you okay? I know I just saw you 15 minutes ago, but I miss you. I'm over here watching this romantic film now, and I thought about us. You know I'm a hopeless romantic, but I know you're driving home and I don't want to distract you, so I'll just listen to you breathe while you get home safely.
Girl, tell me why Jacquees gonna ask me to commit. I don't think he ever even Googled the term commitment. That's basically like taking away my freedom. Whoa. You eating food without me? You trying to leave me now?
Okay, so this one is, let me go back. All right, so the first one is anxious. That's the anxious one. This is the person that, they're always trying to hang on. They're always trying to be around you. They're always trying to please you in a sense. but there's reasons for it. But yeah, let's go with it.
I know I just saw you 15 minutes ago, but I miss you.
Y'all remember that being on the phone all night, just breathing? What you doing? What you doing? Nah, just thinking about you. You sleep? Nah. You sleep? Oh, no, baby, I'm sleep. You know, my allergies acting up right now. Yeah, y'all been there, right?
Over here watching this romantic film now, and I thought about us. You know I'm a hopeless romantic, but I know you're driving home and I don't want to distract you, so I'll just listen to you breathe while you get home safely.
Girl, tell me why Jacquees gonna ask me to commit.
Hey, I'm just gonna say it for this one before I let this one rock. This is my attachment style right here. Dismissive, avoidant. That is me all day long. And because I know that, I'm able to work on myself a little bit better. Hey, bro, I've been there too. I can't even lie.
I don't think he ever even Googled the term commitment. That's basically like taking away my freedom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You eating food without me?
My wife, we have a couples counselor, and we was talking to him one day. My wife said, I don't think my husband loves me anymore. And she said, Jamon, did you tell her that? I said, no. All I said was we can't go eat right now. And so, okay, y'all get that right. I did. I tried. I'm like, yo, man, this chick right here, man. This chick, she ain't trying, man. Talking about she want to go watch some sci-fi movies and eat some popcorn. Man, this chick, man, she ain't trying to get me in trouble. Very persistent.
Trying to leave me now? Nah, that's extremely disrespectful to be out here eating meals without me. If you're trying to abandon the relationship, just say that. Don't have me out here starving. Thank you for this healthy dynamic. I feel so secure within myself. I am worthy of love.
All right, so those are the 4 attachment styles. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you can see one of those being one of your attachment styles. It's the same thing. Put a what in the chat if you were able to identify your attachment style through one of those 4. Then we can go back here now. Yeah. If you can identify one of those, let me think. I'm gonna read them again. You had the secure. That was the last one. That chick yo said, I have a touch of them all. And then it was the anxious. And then it was the dismissive avoidant. And then the fearful avoidant. Yeah. The dismissive avoidant, that's me. So I'm going to read mine. Hyper independent. Avoids vulnerability. Hey, bro, look. I don't know what you feeling right now, but I ain't on that, so I'm going to go ahead and take off. I'll hit you later, or you can just call me whenever you feeling better. Yeah, I got to make some moves, so I'm going to go do my thing. Maybe slow to text back or make plans. Yep. This is like I'm reading my doggone biography. Easily suffocated. Woo, it's been like 3 months now, boy. Maybe I should find something else to do. Kind of fierce commitment. Relationships are low priority. Depends on the day. Yes, but also mind your business. Oh man, what up, Kay? What up? Yeah, man, these attachment styles, it's gonna be like some good conversations. The anxious, preoccupied, clingy or needy, jealous or possessive, needs frequent validation. The fearful avoidant, wants closeness, but is scared. Oh yeah. I want you, but I'm scared of you. I was definitely 89% type 1, but I'm 92 type 4 now. Hey, shout out. Hey, I like that. But that's what it's all about, man. It's about growth. It's about becoming the best person that you can be. Because when you move better, when you feel better, you attract better. You reach for better. You inspire hope, you create change in just your circle and your community. And life is so much sweeter when you're not insecure about just random stuff. Life is better. Life is so much better. I remember when, and it's Friday, so maybe we'll do a little bit of story time. A little bit of story time. I remember I told you about my first real girlfriend, right? You know, the first chick that let me reach out and touch. The first chick I touched and agreed with, you know, with no oil involved. Well, it was a little oil involved, but you know. After that breakup, man, I was so insecure. I couldn't understand things were going so great to me. This is the best relationship I've ever been in. Matter of fact, it's the only relationship that I've ever been in, and I thought it was perfect. I thought she was the one. I just knew it. I just knew it in my heart. Maybe it wasn't my heart I was feeling it in, but I knew that she was the one. Toronto Rican says 95% one. Okay, I love the honesty. I love the honesty. No, baby, it was holy anointed oil. Baby, I ain't massaging nobody but you. It's holy anointing oil. High school with the cookies. You know, I was a freshman. I ain't know nothing about no love. I ain't know nothing about no relationships. All I knew is that my first 2 relationships in high school were both seniors. What that say about your boy? Shout out to me. I got to drop bomb for myself. Shout out to me. I just realized that. My first 2 relationships in high school were both seniors. One was the captain of the cheerleading squad, and you know, not even bottom of the barrel. Your boy was your boy was reaching above his pay grade and winning. Oh no, hey man, blunt force trauma. You ain't gonna tell me I ain't gonna do something, right? I'm gonna prove you wrong every time. No, it was olive oil. It was anointed. I seen to get anointed by the deacon because he dropped some out of his pocket after he left old sister girl house. It fell out of his pocket, and I picked it up and I said, "Oh, this is holy." And I shook it in the light, and I saw the angels in the spirit of holiness just swimming around in the bottle. I synced it. Y'all can't tell me what I saw. Hey, Mo. I don't know if that's really what happened, but I take it. Please objectify me. Yes, objectify me. Take advantage of me. Hey, but anyway. Hey, it wasn't no doggone Crisco. And it wasn't a belt. It was a flog. Just, you know what, mind y'all business. Y'all, why y'all in my business? Like I'm volunteering this information. Y'all just, man, y'all be doing too much sometimes. But anyway, so that's that dismissive avoidant popping up. But no, seriously. I was so insecure, man, when I was after that breakup, because just as quick as I got him, now I lost him. And for the next, I didn't even want to be involved in a relationship. Well, they said, I'm picking. I read the book. But I didn't even want to be involved in the relationship, in any more relationships, because I thought they were problematic. Because I knew what I was feeling. I knew what I thought, but I had no idea what they were really thinking. Were they using me? Were they using me for my freshman prowess? My freshman intellect? I don't know what they were using me for. Well, maybe one thing, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, what benefit was I to them? Because they could have had their pick of the litter. So why choose me and then let me go? What was it about me that made me be chosen, but also dismissed? And that bothered me for a while. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to get into any relationships for the foreseeable future. But then there was one thing though. Being a freshman, you ain't getting a whole lot of action. You ain't getting a whole lot of action, and now I'm used to getting some action now, and I'm missing it. So now you take the primal need, this lust, and you give it to an insecure person, or a person with an avoidant attachment style. Because y'all, if you read the book and y'all already heard, my dad didn't think I was his kid for many years. My mom, she was not exactly, she had a lot of regret in the whole relationship. And so I was the casualty of it. So I never really felt that closeness, never felt that love. Yeah, I wanted my candy. They just gave me a couple of hits of this new drug that I had never experienced before, and now they're just taking it away, and I'm walking around like I'm scratching, my lips is ashy. I don't know what to do with myself. And I think that was the first time I thought about reading more. Because I'm like, I can't be the only person that feels this way. And so now I meet this other girl, and we become cool. She's definitely not where I am, in the relationship space. No, babe, I've only had your candy, boo. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they talking about. But I was pure as the new falling snow until I met you, girl. That's my word. That's my word. Hey man, I was what's the crackhead off the Chappelle show? Not Ashley Larry. No, not Tyrone Bigsby. That was the racist dude. Anyway, I was him, and I met this girl. We had good. And so I met this girl, and we had a very platonic relationship. But she began to, I'm not sure. Somebody in her family was a therapist, and she went to therapy. And I'm not sure if it was her mom or her dad, but somebody was doing it. And she began to talk to me about thinking positive thoughts. The power of positive thinking. Appreciate that, D-Rob. That's what I'm saying. See, that's solidarity. D-Rob, no. Clayton Bigsby. Yes, Clayton Bigsby. So it was, okay, I got you. Yep. So, yeah. And that was the first time that I really thought about how I grew up. Because, as children, we don't know anything. We don't know that we're poor. We don't know that we're rich. We just know what life is for us. And it's not until we get out of the house, until we get around other people, other friends. Back in the wagon up in 15 minutes. Beep, 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 beep. I love it. Let's go. Okay, yeah. So she really got me into that positive mindset, which translated into taking that, visualization. She was the first person to teach me about visualization. Visualization. And this is what I used in sports. I would literally see myself making tackles. I would see myself executing plays. I would see myself winning. And I would tell these stories to some of my friends, and some of the things. Hey, bro, so you got to see yourself crossing that touchdown. You got to see yourself making that block. And I hadn't put two and two together just yet, but this is when my journey began. Y'all know, man. Come on, squirrel. Y'all know I get sidetracked easy sometimes. But this is when the journey began. And so this young lady, she was older than me. She wasn't a senior. She was actually out of school. She was one of my cousin's roommates. And she really began to give me the game. Give me the game. And now that I think about it, because we were tight for like a year. Just a whole year, we were just tight. There was no interaction. I didn't even think about trying to push up on her, anything like that. She was feeding me in a way that I had never been fed before. And like most things happen, then she fed me. So my first 3 real relationships, senior, graduate. So maybe they were, ladies, maybe y'all some predators out here. Y'all some predators out here. Wait a minute. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe. Ladies, can y'all ask for the sisterhood right now? What is happening? What is happening? I ain't gonna call her name because she's still in the community. She doing good things in the community. She's taking that talent and she's done some really good community projects, and she's helping a lot of people. I mean, she helped me too. So I won't say that, I didn't see the possibility. But maybe it's because, I always presented older. D. D-Rob, my boy with the specifics. Oh, man, okay. All right. So she made some oodles and noodles, and she cut some ham up in there, and she only put half of the pack, and then she added a little cheese to it, and so that's what I ate. But yeah, man, she was old, but I love the wisdom that she had. But I've always presented older. When you are super independent, you take a lot of things on your shoulders. You take a lot of things on your shoulders, and you mature a little faster because you ain't asking nobody for help. So you got to learn a lot of things the hard way. You got to take a lot of L's to get where you need to get. Beanie weenies. But yeah, so yeah, my first 3 relationships, man, they were experiences that I will never forget. Never forget. Because of what I learned from them, not because of what happened during them, but what I learned from them. And that's what started me on my journey and my path. And then once I started to understand the attachment styles, I wish I would have knew this so many years earlier. But once I understood what these attachment styles were and how my upbringing, remember that original programming? How my upbringing was the reason I was either succeeding or failing in my relationships, in my profession, in everything that I did. Because wherever you go, that's where you find yourself, right? You're there. You're the common denominator in everywhere that you go. And if you're having similar results, it's probably something that you're doing or something that you're not doing. That could be a good thing or it could also be a bad thing. But the key is understanding which, figuring it out for yourself. Why do I struggle with advancing in higher level jobs? Why do I struggle finding or getting better relationships? Why do I struggle with my interpersonal relationships? Why am I struggling with my children? Why is it for me being a dismissive avoidant? Whenever there's conflict, I sit back and I just look. I disengage until somebody makes me re-engage. So either physically we fighting or we having a serious conversation about it. But if it left up to me, bro, do your thing, man. Look, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. And I walk away and I forget the conversation ever happened, but nothing ever gets resolved. And imagine taking that to every relationship. How many 5 months, 6 months, 7-month relationships will you have if that doesn't change? And that's my story. Serial dater. Because I'm not going to engage with the foolishness. I'm not going to do A, B, C, and D. Why I got to compromise? Are you compromising? I always got that word coming right back for you, right? That sharp tongue coming right back. But once I started understanding, I started saying, okay, I'm shutting down. All right, I need to stop the slide. I need to stop the slide. All right, so I tell my partner, my wife, hey, boo, this is how I grew up. This is what normally happens. I'm trying to change that. So I need you to hold me a little bit more accountable. If you see me disengage, you see me walk away, I need you to come get me. I need somebody to come get me because left to my own devices, I'm not coming back. So I need somebody to come get me. And I would tell most people that this is what I struggle with. So if you see me disengage, I need you to come get me. And very few people came to get me, but one did. One came back and got me, y'all. And she backing that wagon up in T-minus 8 minutes. Ah. Monique said, let's deal with it head on. Because if not, it becomes a crazy cycle. Yeah, it becomes a crazy cycle. But we all have our thing. None of them are bad in totality because I do have a little bit of all of them as well. We all do. Like the love languages. We all share something from each category. But there's one that's more dominant than the other. There's one that's more dominant than the other. And understanding what that is what's going to be the cue or the key to unlocking a lot of our potential, relationships, a lot of our potential business opportunities. Because once you know yours, you can spot other people's easier. And when you see that this person is not bad, this person is just insecure and they're fearful, avoidant. Or this person is clingy. Or this person is secure. Because the goal is we all want to get to secure. We all want to get to secure in every area of our life. We want to get there. But we got to first recognize that there are some challenges that stand in our way. And most times it stems from that original programming. So that's enough about that. We're gonna kick off the year We're gonna kick off the year with that. That's gonna be the topic for the year. And we're gonna take our time and we're gonna go into each style and we're gonna do some case studies. We're gonna find some people that's kind of popping and we're gonna kind of try to dissect what their attachment style is, whether it's through their character or if we can see their personal life in the media or it's open for everybody to see, then we'll try to diagnose it. Monique says you have to get out of your own feelings so you can see the other person's needs. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's really all about. Yep. Yeah, but how do you get out of your own feelings though? That is the toughest question. And then for somebody like me who's avoidant, dismissive avoidant, I don't think I'm even in my feelings because I don't have no feelings. I'm detached. I ain't feeling a thing. I'm not feeling a thing, so I think. So this goes back to the very beginning of this conversation, talking about, doing it the hard way. You become stronger, you get more endurance, all of that stuff, yes. But if I double down on being a dismissive avoidant, I don't need nobody. I'm hyper independent. I can do a lot of good things. I can make some things happen, but I'm never going to be fully satisfied. And I'm never going to go as far as I could go or even should go because you can't go all the way by yourself. We need people around us. We need companionship. We need relationship. We need friendship. We need all of those ships to get us to where we're supposed to be in life. Yep, take a moment to reset, calm down so that you can be heard as well as the other person. Selective numbness, great word. Selective numbness, great word. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And so that was my Achilles heel for so many years. And it still flares up from time to time, especially when I'm tired and I call it my filter. My filter is low. So when I'm tired, you might hear some wild stuff come out of my mouth. You might catch some attitudes that you generally wouldn't catch. When I'm tired and I'm not thinking clearly and I perceive you coming at me a certain way, you might catch some stuff that I wouldn't do had I been more charged, had I been more refreshed or in my right mind, as they say. But because I've learned my attachment style, I'm better off for it. So we're going to definitely get back into that. What was y'all favorite story? Out of all the story times we done had now, what was the story that endeared you to me? What was the story? What was the story that said this dude either knows what he's talking about or this dude is a train wreck and I'm just going to watch to the end and see what happened? What was it? What was it? I know the story that I love telling the most. Toronto Riggins says, once I'm detached on purpose, and there's no turning back. Sound like there's some selective numbness there too. I guess at the end, the question is how long does it take you to get to that point? For me, it don't take long. It don't take long for me. Oh, that chick yo says stinking. I'm a roach. Yeah, man. Stinking. The cockroach story. That's my favorite story. That is my absolute favorite story for a lot of different reasons. And I wish I could reconnect. Actually, no, I don't. But I would have loved to get the drill sergeant's perspective on that. Was it Was it an anomaly, or did this happen all the time? Apparently it happened all the time from my point of view, but I will be curious to find out. Oh yeah, don't take long, right? Gonna tell me I'm a cockroach, but I'm a man just like you a man. Shoot. Be disrespecting me like that. That's it. That's that dismissive avoidant. Nope. I ain't doing it. I ain't playing your game today, buddy. Rebellious, hard-headed, undisciplined. But that was your boy, man. And honestly, I am still that same little kid in a lot of ways. But I've just grown up in a more intentional way. I didn't remain with all the trauma, with all the hurt, with all the scars. Man, the military life is something else. I promise you it is. It was not a lot I would undo in my life. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all the time I went to the... Dang, I can't tell y'all these stories. Because some of my best stories involve other people that, you know, have female genitalia. Because it was just some wild things around it. Just not the person that I want to talk about. It's like the stuff around the person. Because I'm a dude. I grew up I came to in the 90s. It was some wild stuff happening in the 90s. Now, my wife, she know most of this. I don't know. She know a lot of these stories. She know more than y'all. But it's some stories I ain't never going to tell her. Nah. Some stories, they going to just, you know, when I go to sleep, they going to sleep with me. But I appreciate it. First fight. Oh, that's my second favorite story. My first fight. Man, that dude had me shook. Oh, make up some names, huh? I might do that. Because I really am a little too honest sometimes. I'm a little too open. I need to learn to be a little more colorful in my storytelling. I be telling too much truth sometimes. But that's me. I'm an authentic dude. What you see is what you get. I'm not super trying to impress nobody. I'm not, trying to tell nobody what to do. Just like, it's life, man. I want to give people everything that I've learned. Wow, now those are some eyes. I want to give people the things that I've learned to help their journey. If they can use it, cool. If they can't, cool. If it matters to you, cool. If it don't matter to you, cool. It's just my experiences. It's just my life. And I think people are amazing. I think people are fascinating. And if I can help, I want to help. My great-grandmother, Katie Bell Harris, she told me years ago. She died when she was 96. So I had a long time. I was 21 when she passed. And so she was old when I was a kid, but through my whole life. And she would watch me go through half my struggles. And she would always tell me, if you can't help people, don't hurt them. Leave them alone before you hurt them. Oh man, what? He said, have my husband on the edge, like, what is he about to say? Yeah, man. It's some good stuff, but shout out to my wife though, because it's not hard. It's not easy sometimes for you to hear about, people's past stuff. And so I try to present it in a way that is not offensive, but the lesson that I took from it. Because we all have our stuff. You said earlier, Mo, I've healed from my stuff. I've made peace with, my past and who I used to be, and I am embracing who I want to become, who I have become, who I'm still yet to become. We all have a history, and it's what has us to where our history is what's made us who we are today. So I will never be ashamed of my history. Now, all of my history ain't everybody's business, of course, and everybody shouldn't know everything about you. But the things that I share, I really am comfortable with sharing. So thank you for being a good sport, boo. I really appreciate you for letting me do this. And no, I ain't no simp for y'all out there just passing through. I love my wife. She a good girl. A good person make you want to make some changes, make you want to be better. And she definitely is that. She's changed a lot for me, and so I change a lot for her because I value the relationship. But all of you guys, man, you ladies, much love, much respect. If I didn't get a chance to call your name today, shame on me. So I'm gonna do it right quick on the exit because this is the last show for 2023, y'all. Time flies when you're having fun. So in traditional fashion, let me go back to the top just so I don't miss nobody. So shout out to that chick. Yo, that's my cousin, y'all. What up, D-Rock? Young Lion, I salute you. Yes, sir. Toronto Riggins, the royal right there, man. Yo, y'all go check out her books. Also, Monique. Monique is like, I'm trying to figure out. I said that's my sister, y'all, but Monique is like the homie. When you need some advice, when you need somebody to be real with you, I feel like Monique is that person that's gonna be low-key digging your butt, but also gentle. She gonna use some lube. My filter low, y'all. Forgive me. My bad. All right, I'm gonna get back to the business. Yo, Health Talk. Brother, I appreciate you so much. Randy, Brick by Brick, Craig G, RD Price. Yo, I appreciate all of y'all. Yo, Positive Self-Talk. All of you guys have been instrumental in the development of this show, this content, and everything that we are this journey together. You guys are just a bigger part of it as I am. And it wouldn't be still happening if it wasn't for you. So I'm grateful to all of you. And most of all, my baby, I thank you so much for all that you do, all the hard work, all the early mornings, all the moderation of the group, and also throw me in the bus by these producers. You know, I appreciate that. I take the criticism. Makes me better. I'm grateful. So I don't think I've missed anybody in the room today. I don't think so. I'm scrolling right now because I tend to get to the end and I'll miss the last comment. Blackskin, I know you're not here, but I appreciate you, Mom. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Anybody else that I'm thinking? Notice Kay. Oh, man, Kay. How can I forget the witty mind your business, Kay? That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. She's definitely not a morning person, but she's here supporting you, boy. So shout out to you also, Kay. Oh, man, Craig G. He's my constant feedback loop. He hits me after every show and tell me, hey, bro, that was sucky today. Oh, you did a good job, man. It wasn't too bad. He lets me know. And I appreciate it. I think that's it. But you know the crazy part, though? There's probably 50 other people who don't say a word on any day. 50 other people that don't say nothing, but they're watching. Consistently watching. They're learning. They're growing just like we are. So if you're listening to me, join the group. Go to the Facebook, Morning Motivation. Be a part of the circle. And you guys, that's pretty much it. Craig G said, remember always watching Backstage Production Crew. Oh, yeah, we definitely coming to Texas. We definitely gonna pull up on you, bro. So faster than you think. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see you officially back on the live stream in January, I guess what, 2nd? I don't know. New Year's Day is the 1st. Maybe, oh no, we blessed in the house that day, so I might not be able to get on. Plus, y'all gonna be hungover anyway. So probably the 2nd. We'll be back January 2nd, but we'll be active in the Facebook group. So y'all be blessed. Y'all be good to one another. Stay safe and have a great day no matter what. Y'all be blessed. See you next year.